What was the Grenfell Tower stay-put advice during the fire, and could it be revised? Grenfell Tower victims were failed by advice to stay put during the fire, a public inquiry into the blaze has heard. But what was the London Fire Brigade and X27:S advice, and could it be revised in the future? Here and X27:S what we know so far. On the night of the devastating blaze of June 14, 2017, residents were told to stay put, with disastrous consequences. The fire claimed 72 lives after a blaze started in the kitchen of flat 16 on the 4th floor of the Kensington Tower block. A report by fire protection expert Dr. Barbara Lane, released by the Grenfell Tower Inquiry, found residents should have been told to evacuate within 46 minutes of the fire starting at just before 1 a.m. Instead, they were told to remain in their flats. By the time those instructions were abandoned at 2:47 am, it was too late for many to get out. Advice to residents to stay put in the case of a fire is fairly standard for people living in purpose-built blocks of flats. In their general advice, the London Fire Brigade says if a fire breaks out in a block of flats, people whose flats are not affected by the smoke or fire are usually safer staying in their homes. In this case, the speed with which the fire spread was unprecedented, as the blaze ignited the flammable cladding on the outside the building. A series of other safety failings, including ones affecting the block and X27:S lifts and ventilation systems, contributed to the tragedy, Dr. Lane and X27:S report said. Grenfell Tower was built of reinforced concrete in 1974 when the stay-put strategy was, but reports for the Grenfell inquiry suggest that since then major changes had been made to the building which LFB were not made aware of, changes which destroyed that protection. In a statement to the inquiry, the LFB said its personnel had been in intolerable positions when trying to decide whether to tell people to stay in their homes or to try to get out of the 24-story building. The LFB also said firefighters would not have been aware of defects in the fabric of the building such as the cladding, which have become known since the fire. They added, the nature and scale of the fire and the manner in which it developed and spread was exceptional, and the long experience and collective knowledge of both the LFB and the fire service nationally. The advice is likely to be reviewed once the Grenfell inquiry has come to an end, particularly in light of Dr. Lane and X27:S comments. The stay-put policy was looked at after the Canal House fire in Camberwell, South London, in which 3 women and 3 children died in 2009. But a review of the policy concluded that it should not be altered. You can WhatsApp us on 078107915002.